Hey socialites, today's video is our February hit and misses video. My favorites, but everything's not always my favorite. So let's start off with a foundation that I tried, and it's from Maybelline. Now this is very much a viral foundation product. Very viral. It's been all over the internet since I want to say the end of 2024. This is the Maybelline 30-hour Lumi Matte Foundation. I'm in two shades, 340 and 350 work for me. This is nice. This is beautiful. It gives you a natural skin-like look with pretty much full coverage, very smooth. It dries all the way down. So if you have dry skin, you don't necessarily have to set it. I think it would work for oily skin, dry skin, or anywhere in between because it's matte, but it does leave sort of that luminous glow. It's not like ultra matte or drying looking. So overall, it's a yes for me on these. In fact, after I reviewed it, I liked it so much that I wore it to take pictures for a jewelry company because it's more conservative. I wanted something that looked a little bit more natural, but I wanted it to last because the sun was out that day and I had just reviewed it. So I used this because I knew it would get the job done and be flawless. So let me know if any of you guys have tried this yet. Next product is from a brand that I love. Mostly everything that I've tried from them so far, it has been a love for me. And it makes it even better that they're at a pretty much affordable price point. And these are the About Face loose setting powders. Love About Face. So I did have high hopes for the setting powders. I don't really get super like expectations on new releases with any brands like a lot of people tend to do because you just never know how a thing is. But because most of the things I've tried from them have been so impressive, I really did have high hopes for these powders and they didn't let me down, girl. They're good. I picked up two shades. This shade is Veil, which is a translucent shade. I love translucent setting powders. And then I also picked up a shade that I wanted to be closer to my skin tone because my thought process was to set under eye with this one and this one for all over, even though you can set all over with translucent. And this shade is Partition, which I got pretty much to be like my skin tone, to set everywhere else except the highlighted areas. And I was a little nervous if it was going to work out because it's on the golden side, but the color matches perfectly. You guys, this is a must try. And I say that because it's super lightweight powder, almost like dust. It's even lighter than the original Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Super good. It gives this blurred effect to the skin that you would think a powder would provide that has more coverage, like a pressed powder, like the NARS pressed powder, or like a foundation powder. But it's lightweight. You don't get that type of coverage, but it gives you that sort of blurring effect. They're beautiful. So far, so good. I do want to test them out with, I've worn them with about 3 different foundations. So I do want to continue to use them throughout the month of March with different foundations, different concealers, just to, see what it does. But overall, so good. Every time I do my makeup, I want to reach for them. But when I did my makeup today, I did an hourglass look, so I used hourglass powders, but I wanted to reach for these. So when you have as much makeup as I have and you just want to use one thing and don't want to use anything else, that's how you know you really love it or that it's really good. So let me know if you've tried these. Highly recommend. Next product is another Maybelline product. It's a concealer and I picked it up because I knew I wanted to do the review of the Maybelline foundation. So I thought this one said 30 hour. It's the Super Stay Activewear Concealer from Maybelline. So I thought, okay, let's do a little Maybelline look, and use the concealer with it. This one didn't like as much. Didn't like it all, as a matter of fact. The foundation is like a full coverage foundation, and this is almost on the sheer side, which to me, usually when well, I'm not even going to say usually. I've had that experience with a couple of other brands where they've come out with a foundation, but once they come out, that's full coverage, but then they'll come out with a concealer that's sheer, and it's just kind of, I wouldn't match this with the foundation. I didn't like the way it blended. This one was just a no for me. A couple of the socialites said that they tried it and they weren't crazy about it either. So let me know your thoughts on this one if you've tried it. Next up is a lipstick. I did a collaboration with Dior this month, and they sent over one of their lipsticks. Well, I got to pick out some of the things I wanted, and this is the Rouge Dior lipstick in the shade 100. And I got this specific shade because a couple of the socialites said that it's their go-to and they really love it. Look at that. It's a pretty, y'all, when I tell you my lips but better type of shade that gives you a soft matte finish that's long lasting. It's a beautiful shade. It's a beautiful formula. Not too drying. It applies really smooth. I love this one. So it looks good with a light color brown lip liner like Cork from MAC, or obviously you could pair it with a deeper color lip liner, or either something in the more burgundy family would be beautiful with it. But this is a lovely lipstick, and I'm so happy that I added it to my collection. I tried out a Danessa Myricks palette this month. I used it about 3 or 4 times, and I really like it. Now, unfortunately, it is discontinued. Now, I was gifted this from Sephora around the time it came out, y'all, and I didn't get around to using it until February. I got it around October, but it is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 6 palette, the Freedom palette. So it has these beautiful shades in them. So we have some duochromes in here. We have just different color shifts in there, and you can really get creative with this. Some of these came as a surprise when I applied them, because when you swatch them, like some of the white shades, and you apply them, you might think it's going to be a white iridescent color, and it might be blue or green. So it's like they all give you sort of a surprise. They're really bold and apply very smooth and buttery. Love them. Love them so much. This is the best eyeshadow palette that I've tried from Danessa Myricks so far. I know some of her products have a little bit of a learning curve, but this was easy for me. So I love it. There are a few of the colors that I hadn't got to play in yet, so I'll be using these again throughout the month of March. Next product is from Too Faced. It's a lip injection extreme, and I'm not sure if this is new or they have new shades, because after trying this, and this was sent to me from MSN, but after trying this, I liked it so much that I went to the Sephora site to see what other colors they had, and I saw new. I couldn't tell if this formula is new or if they just had a new shade, because I wanted to get a red one to put on top of a red lipstick. But this is kind of, you guys aren't going to get the full effect on a swatch. You have to see it on my lips. So I'll put the video in the description box of that video so you can see how it looks. But it is lip injection extreme, so it does have that sort of minty, tingly, almost some people might say burning sensation on the lip, but it made my lips look so juicy and smooth. The shade that I got is Don't Be Shy, CHAI, which is just a very sort of like mauve-y, pinky, natural, neutral shade. So you could put it on top of anything, but it just gave me this really smooth over, juicy pout that I loved. Loved it so much I was looking for another shade. So this one is a yes for me, but keep in mind, if you're not a person that likes that minty, tingly, some people say burning sensation on the lips, this is like up there in that department. Next up is a brush set. I'll have to pop a picture of the exact brush set because I threw the box away. But Morphe has, I want to say 3 or 4 new brush sets out, and they're supposed to be a different type of fiber with the hair that makes them easier to clean, and they're almost viral. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about these brushes lately, and I tested them out. Now, in their defense, in the brushes, in the brand's defense, I've only used 4 of them. Now the last, I think 5 came in the set, and I don't know where the 5th one is, but oh, here it is. And been looking for them, and it's right in front of my face. So it came with these 5 brushes. Now out of the 5, I only ended up liking this one brush, which is the fluffy powder brush. I do recommend this, which is the M162 brush. It's fluffy, but it's dense enough to pack coverage if you want that. Blend your makeup really good. I like this. I've used it several times this month already. But these 4 to me in the pack were on the stiffer side, just sort of stiff, like there's no give to the bending of the contours of your face, and I just didn't enjoy using them. So let me know what you guys think about these if you've tried this particular set before. And I did try another brush set that I ended up really liking, and I ordered these recently from the Amicole website, and it's the Amicole brush set. They only have 1 brush set, and they only have these 3 brushes, if I'm not mistaken. So we have this complexion brush, we have a powder brush, and then we have the concealer brush, which this is the brush that made me want to order the set. So now I have 2 because this came in the set, and I had one that Amicole actually gifted to me that made me want to go back and buy the set. Now these 2 brushes sort of feel the same, so they're dense enough to really pack coverage, but they're soft enough to get a good blend, and it feels really good on the skin. This is what you want in a brush. Super high quality and densely packed without being stiff. And then this is a powder brush that you can properly set under eye or wherever you would use this sort of powder brush, just small areas, maybe highlight or something like that. Really good brush, so I do highly recommend this set. So I tested out this Benefit Mighty Fine brow pen, and this was on last month's Hit or Misses video, and I told you guys I'd get back to you with this one because I was still kind of up in the air how I liked it. It does have the 3 little points on the tip of it, so when you use it, it sort of gives you those little hair strokes 3 at a time, and I think it's okay. The first time I bought it and used it, I got the darkest shade, which was 5, and it just looked too dramatic and dark because I use it at the head of the brow, but it stayed okay. You know, it lasts a decent amount of time, but MSN, when I did the video, they sent it to me in a lighter color. Love the color and the look of it much better now that I have a lighter color, and I just think it's okay though. It lasts decent throughout the day. I feel like after about a few hours, it just sort of looks like powder brows instead of like the individual hairs. Not a bad product at all, but to me, not just like, you know, a phenomenal groundbreaking product. I don't see why you would go out and get this over using their regular pencil, the micro pencil that they have that stays a little bit better than this. So I say it's okay. I'm going to continue to use it up, but I wouldn't like repurchase it. So moving on to some smell goods. Now this was actually on last month's Hit and Misses as well. And this is Valaya Exclusif from Parfums de Marly. Now you guys see, this just came out last month, and I just have maybe like a couple of more uses out of this. I've been wearing this nonstop. I wouldn't say it's a beautiful fragrance in my opinion for what my taste in perfume is, but it's really pretty, it's really fresh, it's very pleasant, and it's almost addictive to where you just want to wear it all day or wear it every day. And it is a compliment getter. Whenever I wear it, I get compliments. People just say I smell really good. Like that's what I get. And I like, oh my God, this is, you know, like raving about it, but like, man, you smell really good. What is that? And I do like it. I had that same experience with the original Valaya. So I had got a sample from like a Scentbird order. I got the original Valaya, and usually with my Scentbird orders, like I told y'all last month, I may use it once or twice and don't feel the urge to want to pick it back up. But with the original Valaya, I used that up. Like when it came in, I just wanted to reach for it until it was all gone. And it was similar to this. Something about these Valayas are just addictive. They smell fresh, clean, they're very pleasant, and addictive. So would I get another bottle? Maybe. I'm not really sure. I like this one equally to the original now that I've used up pretty much the whole bottle. I thought I liked the original better, but I think I like them the same. So the next full bottle of Valaya, I thought it would be the OG. It probably will be the original, but I feel like I like them equally. They're both really pleasant. And I did want to mention this because when I did my fragrance trade for February, I can't remember, y'all, but I told you guys that this was on, February's fragrance trade, this was on the tray. And January's tray too. I love this, by the way. And I said this would probably smell good with everything on the tray, probably except for this, because this is a little sweet and sultry and ambery, and this one is just different, more on the clean side. And I said I didn't know if they go good together. They do. These smell amazing together. So if you have Valaya Exclusif or even the original Valaya and you have the Libre body oil, pair them together and let me know what you think, because they give amazing. I love this together. Once I tried it together, then the last few times I wore Valaya Exclusif, I always wore it with this. So that's my little combo. Love it. Next fragrance is a Black owned fragrance company called Harlem Perfume Company, and this was on my Black owned fragrance video, and the name of it is Billie. So I got this in a Scentbird order this month. My friend Durant raved about it. This is another really pretty, it's like a earthy vanilla, very unisex middle down the road. If a woman wears it, you don't smell masculine at all. If a man would wear it, he doesn't smell feminine at all. It's just middle of the road. So pleasant, moderately sweet, a little ambery, very enjoyable to wear. This is something that I wouldn't put like a day or night perfume. I wouldn't put a season on it. This is anytime. This is year round. This is something that you would probably easily want to pick up anytime, just like Valaya, almost like a perfume, kind of like Jo Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt, where it's just pretty pleasant and safe and fresh, but this is a lot prettier than Wood Sage and Sea Salt. I love this. I would definitely get a full bottle of it. So Donna Born in Roma, which is one of my favorite fragrances, came out with a new flanker this month called Donna Born in Roma Extradose. This is Donna Born in Roma, but the Caribbean version. It gives coconutty. There's a rum note in here. I've heard a couple people say they don't get the rum. If you've ever smelled Bacardi Black rum, then you would get the rum note. I promise you, because it smells like Bacardi Black mixed with Donna Born in Roma, which is very just creamy, coconutty with the Donna Born in Roma sort of ambery vanilla DNA in there. This is so pretty. I've only worn it a couple times this month. Yeah, probably twice. One was at a restaurant, and the lady walked by and was like, "You smell amazing. You smell so good." And it does smell really good. Now, I don't like it better than any of the, because I have 3 other Donna Born in Romas. I like those better than this one, but this one still smells really good. Next fragrance is not new to my collection. I've had this for a couple of years, and it's one of my favorites that I always wear to bed, and this is Dama Bianca from Xerjoff. This is the big bottle. This is the 3.4 ounce, y'all. I love this perfume. Just soft, ethereal, vanillic, with almost like a citrus touch to it. Smells like there's honey in here, but it doesn't say that there's a honey note in there. Very beautiful, pretty, ultra feminine. But I wanted to mention this because I only wear it to bed, and a lot of the socialites said they just wear it day to day, which, I mean, I'm sure it's a perfume you wear most of your perfumes during the day, but I wore it a couple times during the day, and I got so many compliments from this, and I just enjoyed smelling it on myself all day. I mean, just like I do at night, but so enjoyable to wear, so pretty and feminine. I was in the grocery store, and a lady, I walked by her a couple times. It was an older lady, and she came by my aisle again and said, "Ma'am, I just want to tell you that you smell so good," you know. And so Smells so good. So look, it'll be gone sooner than I thought, because not only will I be wearing it to bed now, I'll be wearing it during the day. And I layered it with the Fenty Caramel Body Butter. And those two together, something about that caramel body butter mixed with this vanilla scent that has like that hint of what I feel like is honey, is everything, you guys. Lasts a lot longer with that combo too. So loving Dama Bianca all over again. Last thing I wanted to mention is actually some food. Every now and again, I'll throw something to eat or a restaurant on my hit and misses. And this is from Kirkland. Their signature Gouda and bacon egg bites. I picked them up at Sam's. So if you've ever had the bacon and Gouda egg bites from Starbucks, I love those. And not only do they taste really good, they're fluffy and airy, almost like a quiche, but I also like them because they're low in carbs. And y'all, I picked up this pack from Sam's, and I thought, let me give them a try. So good. They're up there. They taste just as good as the ones from Starbucks. I put them in the air fryer for 10 minutes, have a slight crisp on the top, but it's still really fluffy and airy. They are so good. So if you shop at Sam's and you're a fan of the egg bites at Starbucks, or if you're trying to do your little low carb journey, or if you're just a low carb person in general, check them out because they taste really good. And when I did the math, you come out paying half of what you pay if you went to Starbucks. So if you were in my live stream this month and stayed, you heard that we're doing a giveaway for February's monthly favorites. So I'm going to be giving away some of my favorite beauty items. I'm not sure what all is going in there. So if you watch the vlogs, you'll probably slowly see as I come out with these vlogs some of the items that I'll be putting in there. So the way we're going to do this giveaway is going to be a little bit different. You have to have Instagram. So I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Price, which is at Memphis Dentist on Instagram. If you've been with me a while, you've known my little journey with, my big journey with getting veneers. Probably about 6-7 years ago, I got composite veneers, and Dr. Price, which is a black dentist in Memphis, he did them and I love them. I had those for about 4 years, maybe 3 to 4 years, and then he upgraded me to porcelain veneers, which these are more permanent. I'll put a video in the description box so that you guys can kind of see a little bit more about that in case you're interested, but I love them. I get so many compliments on my smile, and it just does something for the confidence. I know it did something for my confidence, but you guys, I want you to follow Dr. Price on Instagram. You can comment whatever you want in the comments section, but also let him know Ariell sent you over, but make sure you follow him. I'm going to pick somebody from the comment section, and that's who we're going to do the giveaway for. So be sure to follow me on Instagram as well as Dr. Price, and I'll announce the winner. Let's say we'll give it about 5 days. I'll announce the winner in about 5 days or so. So check the community tab for the winner. Everything I mentioned in today's video, I'll have linked in the description box or right there on that YouTube shopping tab. So be sure to check that out. If you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. 'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love. 'Cause too fresh with the scars.